Coming up in today's video, the hottest stories, bold opinions, and all the chatter you don't want to miss. Stay locked in to Chatty Mouth TV.
Already engaged the government about getting help from the FBI and Scotland Yard to have an independent probe into why it took.
Family doctor breaks silence on frustrating setbacks in investigation into young woman's death. Why experts couldn't determine time of death, identify if water in her lungs came from a pool or tap, and what's happening next in the case.
Mr. Wade can attest to this also. I said, listen, I need you guys to do two things for me. The first thing you're going to help us with, this is what I want you guys to do, to determine time of death. Now, because of the time, rigor mortis and all these things, they're actually got no value after so many days. I asked them if they can tell us time of death, not time of death in terms of the hour. If they can tell me if she died the afternoon, the night, or the following morning. I made that quite clear. The doctors informed me that based on the time, it's a bit impossible to determine that. So right away, I knew at that point in time that, it would have helped us a lot, because one of the things we really wanted to know, again, we don't want the hour, we wanted to know if this young lady died between 3:10 to midnight, between midnight to morning, from morning to whenever her body, day clean to whenever her body was found. That was one of the main purposes, right? Secondly, I asked them, I said to them, now, when we go in and we find water in her lungs, those are my exact words. When we go in and we find water in her lungs, I want you guys to be able to tell me or tell us if this water came from a tap pipe or this water came from the pool. Will you guys be able to determine this for us? They responded also in a negative. So all the time, we know cause of death. Now their job was to determine the cause of death. Confirm the cause of death. They have done that. They have confirmed the cause of death. All right? Now, it's up to law enforcement. Now, guys, mention law enforcement now. I know you can get even more rage and anger because of what is happening. But the lawyer, Mr. Wade, already engaged the government to bring on board, I don't know if you guys were listening to his live on Gordon, to engage the FBI, Scotland Yard, whoever, to have an independent probe into the manner in which she died by drowning. If it was in a bathtub, if it was in the pool, whatever the case is. And that is where law enforcement comes in. That is the part I cannot talk about.
The doctor might not be able to talk about much right now, but explain this to me. How did cotton end up stuffed in Adriana Young's nose? How did she end up with bruises all over her body? If this was just a simple drowning, why are there signs of physical trauma? Why is there evidence that something was put in her nose? This wasn't no accident. This wasn't no mistake. This was violence. And no matter how much they try to hide it, the truth is leaking out. Justice for Adriana Young. We see you, we hear you, and we're not letting them cover it up.
So do not be running around telling people take money and so on. Ain't got no way in a million years anybody could pay me for that young lady's life. So y'all don't stop with the nonsense. I did my part and I did it honestly. So we going on the road and burning down, and do not wait. Let this thing go. Let the process. Oh my God. Again, I'm trying not to use the word law enforcement or the police. I'm trying not to use that word. Mr. Wade has already engaged the government about getting help from the FBI and Scotland Yard to have an independent probe into why it took. I gotta use it again. Law enforcement, so many hours to discover that young lady's body. All right, guys? So I'm humbly asking you guys, right? Stop the burning. Let us just let the process continue. We all knew before that this whole thing happened, we all knew what took place. Now, we have confirmation that it was water in the lung. But unfortunately, guys, we cannot determine, based on what the forensic specialists have said to me, whether or not the water came from the pool. Reason being also, right? It can be because of osmosis, it can be because the lung generally have a bit of water inside, can dilute the chlorine. I don't. This part, I'm being honest with you, I'm humble enough to let you guys know that that is out of my.
That's all for today's update on this ongoing and mysterious case. As we've seen, the family doctor's revelations shed light on just how many critical details are still missing, including the exact time of death and the source of the water found in her lungs. What do you think? Do you believe the investigation is being handled properly? Could the answers to these questions change the direction of the case? We'd love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you found this video informative, be sure to like and share it with others who are following this case. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates and exclusive content like this, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one with more developments.